why don't you have a YouTube channel where you do like time lapse photos of yourself building a yurt or like, cleaning fish or, being creative, making videos?
There's about a million of them out there. Most of them are wrong, and I just don't feel like I don't know. Gerard tells me to do stuff like that, but that's a lot of work and effort and time, and then you got to sit there. And I honestly don't know how to do all that shit.
Well, the
You make
amazing.
a lot of money on it. I don't know how to do all the YouTube shit and all the other shit. I can get you water on a fucking stove, or I can teach you how to survive with it. I just don't know how to operate fucking YouTube.
Well, a lot of people waste time, not waste time, but, a lot of these big accounts, they do a lot of professional editing, but with your cell phone, basically all these apps now do editing and, graphic overlay, manipulation, all kinds of special effects, so it's like, your cell phone, it's just so easy to point and click, anybody can do it now.
Your biggest issue would be storage of all the footage and then compiling the order of whatever you want to be in the video. You should do it, Brad.
Yeah, I'll take care of this. John, but like the other day, when I went hiking, I got charged by an alligator. This thing was fucking big. I got a photo. I gotta figure out how to update the new photos and the settings here, but I'll show you. He emerged out of the water and chased me down this slough. And he was coming after me, and I was holding a knife, and I was like, come on, I'm on the bank, and he couldn't get through the brambles there on the side. And he was looking for a way to come at me, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna have the leather belt out of this altercation. And he never came up, but he was big, he was about 8 feet long. But I was really excited for that. I wish I would have caught that on recording. All I got is a couple pictures of him, as I was just making sure that I was ready, because, you need two hands when you try to fight something like that. But it was a lot of fun to see. I wish I would have caught the video for you guys.
Where was this?
Anahuac,
I don't know where that is.
Galveston, Texas.
That is frightening.
What is?
Have you ever seen a video of an alligator, right next to a huge lion, and the alligator is looking at this lion, like trying to calculate whether or not it can actually make a strike, but that lion is so fierce. It's just amazing seeing like the king of the jungle face a huge alligator and create like a standoff while it's drinking water.
I'm always impressed watching cats deal with snakes, like the quick reflexes that they have dealing with a snake. If you guys haven't seen those videos, it's pretty cool. Because you see the snake and you're thinking like, oh fuck, this poor little kitten. And cats will fuck a snake up.
You should look up rabbits fucking a snake up, especially mother rabbits. Beat the shit out of a snake though, they will fuck a snake up fast. They're fun to watch.
Scarlet, are you away from that computer? Your phone? Okay. Talk later.
Scarlett is very creative. She's doing like transition music from one room to the next. She's such an auspicious and beautiful hostess.
I think the topics that she comes up with, the spaces she curates, are second to none.
How do you view Jordan Peterson's aesthetic style with his suits and his hair plugs and his suntans and his beef eating? Like the man is taking incredible care of himself. I'm just wondering if people really appreciate his clothing, choices or his style, gravitas or presence.
Sure, he's very stylish. He's a well-grown man. Very handsome guy.
Anyone that displays the type of art that he has he's probably a genius, but he's also got some lunatic tendencies. I think the art on the wall tells me he's a fucking weirdo. You should look it up.
Yeah, his kid says,
Oh,
and
shit.
enough to say, hey, maybe this guy is like a fucking crackpot, fucking crazy, and eventually, so he's probably gonna end up in jail, kind of thing. And, like, I'm expecting him to go to jail soon.
Wait, is he with the Daily Wire team or is he with Frank Cracker, Jordan Peterson?
Wait, who's going to jail?
I don't think he's with either now. I think they distanced themselves because of some of the controversy surrounding him.
Wait, did you say you think Jordan Peterson is going to jail?
Hell yeah.
It's kind of amazing how he created this whole industry or business really just off of that one conversation where he's talking about pronoun enforcement with that progressive liberal Canadian journalist. I mean, you got to give him credit. Like he literally springed off of he's about to lose his position at the university. He resists against pronouns, and in that small little effort, goes forward and creates like $1 billion, communication business basically.
Look, I'm not much credit. I don't think he's like crazy smart. I think he's just dumb crazy. But I mean, like his like what it was in September, like early summer September of 2016 becomes really big on the political stage. And you have the idiots going around saying, "Oh, just make your bed and you'll be a successful human being." Like, that doesn't mean you'll be a successful human being. But I mean, his issues around in his own government, the fact that everything he preaches to everybody on stage, he can't practice in his house. His kids are a fucking nutcase and a half. They make the Osborns look like the Harriets or Leave It to Beaver kind of family. I mean, the guy is just a fucking walking joke, and he's done nothing that is original. He's always taken from somebody else and just like tried to repackage it as if it was his own fucking ideas. And this is why he ends up deleting his Patreon accounts, deleting his fund accounts, and all this other shit because nobody wants to really get involved with him. So I think he's a joke, and people that quote him or live by him, like fucking idiots that they are, they really are unoriginal themselves. They don't even know where this guy is getting his material.
Wait, are you still talking about Jordan Peterson?
The comedian just over the truck a few times.
Yeah, but they may not know where his information comes from, but at least he's the first person to give them some of it or get them insight into, a lot of this historical and important information. I mean, it's only because I'm just saying, he's got his place in the, you could call it like podcast, Olympus or something.
Like I hear it's and not even like actual intelligence. They just quote Jordan Peterson over and over again, and then think somehow that they're smart. It's like they remind me of the Andrew Tate thing, the Tate boys. That's literally all like you hear from them, and I'm just
moment. I think honestly, I'm only really trying to have this conversation because you're such a beautiful and intelligent person who has, done a lot of Jordan Peterson rooms on this app. So, Scarlett, tell us about Jordan Peterson and what he means to you.
I think she's a quick text.
I don't think she can speak right now, but when she does, we're all in for a treat.
She's playing up in right now. We haven't figured it out.
Whenever I see a guy with hair plugs, and I'm not knocking you if anybody in this room does have, hair grafts and hair plugs, but I can always detect it right away, just like a wig. You see that perfectly straight hairline, and it just looks like, it's been stitched in. But as a bald man, every time I see somebody with hair plugs, I always question, what kind of person that truly is, because if it doesn't look good and it looks like, it looks terrible, well then you're a fool because you might as well be bald. But if it looks, pretty good and it's holding in, and, I don't know, I find people that are obsessed with
John, what? Like, listen, if somebody's got a challenging hairline, mine as an aging is becoming more challenging, you just get a fucking hat. Like, what I do now is I get a skin fade and I wear a fucking ball cap. That's what I do.
Okay, I have a strong opinion on this, and it sounds like a counter opinion, but I actually think that hair plugs on some guys are really great. Like, and I'm talking about the new ones, and I know that there are people who overdo it with like the super straight line. Like, but if you're just adding, like, if you're 32 and you're already, everything's gone, or it's going back that the widow's peaks are going to, problematic territory. I've seen some guys fill it in a little bit with the new style, and if they get a good doctor, it's just adding a little bit extra. I put it on the same, like a hair plug for a guy done well is to me also the same for a really good new nose job on a woman. That can just really change something, and it doesn't mean you're going down the whole cosmetic surgery rabbit hole or anything. I don't know. The few guys I know that have gotten them, and these are like early 20s, and they're pretty young. I think it really boosts their confidence. They look pretty good.
I wish I could go bald. I really do. I have like thick fucking hair that will never go away. But I wish I could go bald. It saved me every 2.5, 3 weeks to get a haircut and a shave. What is it? It used to be $20, which was well spent. And then you would leave a tip of another 20, so you spent $40 for the day. It is now $45 just for the haircut without the shave because thank you fucking COVID. And you no longer get the cup of coffee that you sit down with the barber with. And then I come down to Texas and everything is ran by Asians and they are like, oh, do you want your feet done? But they won't give me a fucking shave. I just don't get it. So now I'm really hoping to go bald. And I've done the shave the head thing, it grew back, and it's thicker now more than ever, so I'm not fucking doing that shit. And I had it bald.
Right, just get dreadlock, right?
I had the
Dreadlocks.
braids when I was a kid. I had the fucking braids going down.
Well, I gotta say, as a bald man, not having a barber in my life and being able to shave my head, and do all my beard grooming myself, like, I would hate to have to go to the barber every 2 weeks. What a waste of time.
Well, but John, let me explain. So I now do pretty high and tight skin fade, and I still go scissors and scotch something like that. And I know that you clean these razors, but like if you knew that they had hepatitis, wouldn't that make you feel a little gross?
Yeah, I never thought of that doing it, but I also know that they put it in that like that blue gel or whatever they put it in something, and then most of the barbers will just like spear it down because you have to heat that up so it's got like hot steam on it because you're not just putting a cold blade to your shoulder or your skin, and they've already like removed the infections from it. I mean, you're also talking to a guy who cauterized his own wounds when he cut his leg out in the field. I stitched up my own self and I just poured whiskey over it, and that was about the first aid kit that I did. I just took a hot iron and just melted his gut.
Listen, I like before you overthink these things, you can like change behaviors. And I'm to the point where I'm ruined even in restaurants. Like, for example, once I started thinking about like all of the gross people that have put forks and spoons in their mouth at a restaurant, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to like eat off of the silverware at a restaurant anymore. And so now like it shapes the way that I order. I'll actually order things that are finger food because I would rather pick up the food with my hand than put one of their filthy fucking forks in my mouth. I,
You guys do know, like, you're not gonna die from it. I mean, maybe there's a couple diseases out there. If I fed you like lots of them, yeah, I guess you'd die. I mean, you'd have cardiac arrest, or if I gave you the pop plan, I mean, I could throw that on there, and that's like the perfect killer because you're gonna die for at least 8 hours. Then you'll have like a stroke, a seizure, and a fucking heart attack all at once. But I mean, it's just silverware. Like, you don't care.
all right. Listen, next time you're in a restaurant, look around. Just look at all of the people, specifically people that have like MAGA hats on and like bib overalls, and just think to yourself, the hygiene that's going on in their mouth and how those forks are entering their mouth, and then when you come back a few days later, you might get the same fork that they had.
So let me tell you something. I'll eat fruit that I pick off and choose. I forage, I'll grab berries. I'm fully well aware that there's probably a dog or a deer or a bug or a bird that will probably have shit or piss on at one point on those foods. So I'll be eating that. Let's take a look. Rodents. Most rodents, especially like squirrels, hamsters, and all that stuff, they rub like urine on their paws so that they can pick up the smell of the trail of where they were going so they don't get lost. This is how your mice and little rats do it. And so, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, you know what, if it's not going to kill me, I'm not really concerned about it at this time. I mean, you're wrong.
It's not about whether you die or not. It's the psychological. Like, I want you to next time. I just want you to think about it and see if it ruins it for you the same way that it's ruined it for me. Go find disgusting people in a restaurant and watch them put a fork in their mouth, and then think to yourself how many times you've eaten in that restaurant, and just think that what are the odds you're gonna put the fork in your mouth that went into their mouth.
And God knows the dishwasher works hot as fuck.
I worked in the food service industry as a server for about 10 years. And you might be surprised at the number of people who feel the same way Mojo does, and they would bring their own silverware to eat. And also, Brad, to your point, when I was in college, I had a professor who bragged about eating roadkill sandwiches. So, yeah.
Yeah, I won't bring it to silverware. I won't do that shit. I mean, that's a little bit excessive. Unless I was to hit, like, if I hit a moose on the road, and I'd look over and I'd be like, his bladder broken, his balls broken. No, alright, well then I'm fucking taking this fucker home. And then we're gonna have medicine. I mean, or whatever.
I think there's a high correlation between people who don't use silverware at restaurants and also don't get experimental Pfizer Moderna J&J vaccines.
That's a good one. I gotta ask Scott Jones a question. Scott, do you think you could come by and join, perhaps even co-mod in the rational discussion group? I think that would be very well, hold on. We need a Trump impression on our stage. We're missing that. Sounds dirty. So,
This is an illustrious stage.
it is. I'm telling you, Scott. We have the ladies. We have Nye. We have Dippy. We have Paige. We have Shirley. We have Scarlett. We have Beth. I haven't seen Beth on the stage in a minute. We have Kristen, who is definitely growing on me. We've got them all. We got them all. We have ladies in here. Why are you in rooms where it's like, like men that are over the age of 70? And
And Meryl.
and listen, if I had to critique that room, it's like 15 minutes of just like the most boring shit. And then after that, then it's like, now we're gonna go to Monsef. It's like, it's, you can't possibly find that entertaining stuff.
People love that. It's a hot room.
Monsef?
Your mindset.
I love myself.
I think people should only have access to rooms.
And now we hand the mic to Monsef.
I thought you were Gary Sayer.
I like Gary, but there was a rift, there's a disturbance in the force. Anson Burlingame doesn't feel comfortable anymore in there. And so Anson helps to lead our discussions in the rational discussion group.
I find it.
I think Anson is a national treasure. He's look, he's like the grandfather that you wish you had. And when Anson and Shirley are on the stage, I feel like we're tapping into the classiest people on all of the app.
Gary Baumgarten has a YouTube channel, and it's from like 15, 17 years ago, and it's amazing because it's like recorded on an old Windows. He's screen recording his broadcasts, but I think people like it because it's like, it feels like a news broadcast on us. I think even by turning the chat off, restricting that feature, really forces you into that conversation. So, I mean, I know.
Yeah, you have to sit through 15 minutes of Monsef.
Scott, you should definitely come to this room, 5 minutes, 10 minutes prior, or moderate discourse, and help warm the room up, and then quickly jump back to Gary's room.
Well, I will say it's becoming the hottest room on all of Clubhouse. It's the fastest growing house, the rational discussion group. In fact, after the second room, it's got over 600 people. 600 people after only 2 rooms. So it's growing at a very, very fast following.
Why don't you,
And
why don't you pin the link to the room so everybody can join it right now, and then after you join it, go into the house and then click invite people, because yesterday I was inviting people to that house, and all of you right now can also invite your closest friends and contacts to that room, or to that house.
oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think what I'm gonna try to do is get Meryl to come over to the rational discussion group. I think she was exiled by Gary. There's a growing group of people who are exiled. We need to bring Howard, who's like I think Howard was the heart and soul of the critical thinking forum, and ever since he's been demodded, I think that it's really gone down the shitter. And why is there no chat? Why do you have to download Facebook? There's a chat feature right here in this app. It makes no sense.
YouTube Union is the fastest growing house on Clubhouse.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing. And, in only 2 shows, we got over 600 people. Huge. You will see. It takes a while. You got to build up the consistency. The other thing is the discipline, right? Gary's pretty good. He shows up. He opens the room at 1:55, and he starts the room. The content starts at 2 o'clock Pacific time. And so I start my rooms with Anson Burlingame. And
think I know who you're talking about. Is this the dude with the deep voice and the commanding authority?
Yeah, and he's always talking about the average American doesn't have $1,000 for a single emergency. That's his line. He's been saying him and Aaron Fisher have been saying those things. They've been repeating that line for 4 years. It's like they're
Oh, Aram, you mean the guy who discovered that he was Jewish descent only October 8th on Clubhouse?
That's not true.
That's not true, Brad. No.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt. Our friend Scott has a podcast
Go ahead, Jane.
Pardon me, John. Would you do me a favor real quick and let everybody know that I don't have blue hair. Brad has miscast me on this app for 4 years. I'm kind of tired
You
of
could
it.
be a man for all I care. You think I give a damn?
Yeah,
No, I don't have blue
hair, and you're very well
Okay, so she's a fat white woman who hides her fucking Oreos in brunch cake and makes fun of her.
I'm a lifeguard, Brad. I'm a lifeguard.
I get it, you're a life coach. I don't really fucking care.
A lifeguard, schmuck.
Oh,
You know,
wait,
I
God.
really don't get
Hold on. I don't know what's happening. Hold up, everyone. What's going on here?
I'm not a life coach, idiot.
I did text you, by the way, Hold on. We could get along. Look, this is not one of those spaces where everybody, like, just disagrees for disagreeable's sake. Let's be nice to each other. Let's talk about it. I agree.
I mean, I was talking and then I had to go by the Jericho complete fucking lady, and then I had fucking Shamu, who is more of an orca than a fucking actual
Stop
human
it,
being.
Brad.
Yeah, there's nothing on it. No one even said or did anything to you today. I don't get this.
Your blood pressure is getting low.
Yeah, you seem a little off.
Come here, I got some
Call your mom.
for you salmon.
You know, sometimes.
Real men know how to control their anger, Brad. Real men know how to control their anger.
Instead of faggot fucking pussies that live in Canada and make perfume and then somehow think
You
they're
just showed your weakness.
I don't give a shit. Again, a lot of you should have been aborted. I really do. A lot of you COVID should have taken care of. Too bad you guys didn't die. Like Jane, you should have been fucking, I don't know, passed out. I mean, dude, Canada, no one gives a fuck what you have to say, dude.
Calm down, Brad.
Red, why are you being so mean today?
Let's all take the deepest breath of the day because you are in the muff. Don't forget your environment. What do you smell when you're in the muff?
Everybody's got super feelings that you need to be cuddled with a fucking teddy bear and a fucking puppy and kitten because God forbid rainbows and Skittles don't fall in their fucking laps. Fucking morons. Like, holy shit. Who gives a... Gary's a fucking old twat who has...
Thank you
What's
so
up?
much.
A lot more peaceful.
Yeah, Brad. You sound better on mute. And Brad, you need to get some sex. I told you this before.
Hey,
You won't listen.
porn.
I think Brad. Ladies, did y'all move, Brad?
You know, point, you're a real jerk, point. You're coming in. No, you should kick Point from the room. Point is a Jew-hating, racist bigot. Point, are you in the bunker in Tel Aviv rubbing your booty with an IDF soldier right now, Point? You racist, Point. You're a racist bigot and a Jew hater. All the Jew hate rooms you go into, how many days are you going to go into our mayor's room and other Jew hate rooms and spew your Jew hate, Point? You're sick, Point. You need to go see a psychiatrist or something, Point, and tell him about your Jew hate and why you hate the Jews so much, Point.
Moved down. Which twat waffle? Which fucking cow-stained fucking cow moved me down? Oh, it must have been Monica, Beth, Kristen. Which one were you? Lopez? I mean, what are we talking about?
You need to break from a...
No, really? I guess the heffalumps have a fucking problem, right? You want me to call out your feelings on it? You got the Jane. Jane, when's the last time you saw a vagina or a dick in your life? Like, nobody is coming there.
Wow.
I mean, you're a cat lady in a rocking chair that's just waiting to get
What's
nice.
interesting is the only time
Okay, so I can go up.
Gary has that.
As I said,
Just because it's in the back, what doesn't mean
No, I don't
that
have
you're
no
right about that. It means that decided to charge him and optically is to get the
That's just we have AIDS is because that's swallowing.
That's like when you try to be creative in this world is what sort of creative getting solved. So it's funny because that's the only
people with AIDS to fucking kick in his fucking nuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, no white-on-white violence in the muff, please. No white-on-white violence in the muff.
I think people just come here for the dopamine every morning.
There are so many rooms that do this, so if you guys want to do that, that'd be great. But please don't do that here.
I would like to make this clear. I did not move you, Brad. Okay, it was not me. Thank you.
Hold on,
Right,
Tina, what was that? I said I'm going to stay out of white folks' business today. I said I'm gonna be the spook. I'm gonna stay out of it, but y'all leave Brad alone, okay? Leave, I'm
I
going
can
to
go
home.
through this phase. We can go through it, pack one up. You got a fucking crazy cat fucking lady down there that's like, oh, I'm just somebody. I hate Trump. I'm just a fat pal who looks like I have herpes for a face.
No,
Like,
Brad,
I mean,
you're
you
not
got
doing
Jane. Like,
Brad.
who's next? Who wants it? You want the fucking
Brad.
faggot from Canada?
I thought
How
that
about Scott? You want me to go on Scott, the creepy fucking minister that's talking about sex all day long? Do you want me to go on that?
Brad, for you, wait a minute, Brad,
We're not doing that,
let's
Brad.
not attack the ladies too hard. I am pro-woman, so let's not attack the ladies too hard. But I gotta
You
say,
want me to leave dude alone, the Canadian cuck?
but if y'all give Brad a hard time, ladies, he's got the right to kind of to snap back, okay? So
I agree, my mic is open. It's fine.
Yeah, we know you're always open. The problem is no one's putting that fucking hole closed. Like, no one is
Brad,
getting
stop
it.
asking for all of my nudes. Yeah, Brad, stop. Get out of my back channels and don't ask me for nudes again. Have some respect. Have some respect and decency.
Yeah, I doubt anybody's asking for nudes from you. I bet you're trying to give them away for free. People are like,
You
yeah,
guys
man.
stop. What are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
stay in my back channels, Brad. You sound like you're backed up sexually.
Point
Yeah,
what?
You're the one that keeps trying to put Valentine's Day cards to fucking nursery schools. Like, you sound like
So,
one of those
let me-
guys.
So let me get this
People are
straight.
just addicted to anger.
So let me get this straight.
And then here you go, you got the Canadian cuckold
Brad,
up here. He's gonna
hold
sit
on.
there and try to act like a tough guy,
Brad.
but reality is 120-pound fucking herpes syphilis fuck.
Yeah. So
Why
Let
are
me
you
get
muting me?
straight.
First off, I was talking. Why is your fat ass muting me? You can't even obey your own fucking rules? Like, what is the problem? Do we need to roll?
okay. I'm
We
going
need to roll you in flour and find the wet spot? Is that the fucking problem?
We need
hold on,
not.
Brad, hold on, one mic
Wait,
over.
I was talking and the cunt thing actually fucking interjected.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
so
muted, and then
what-
she was
what-
probably the one that moved me down and all
We
that.
can do this all day long.
I can do this all day long. You know why? Because I have the day off. My meeting schedule's clear.
But hold on, Brad, one of the rules of the house, Brad, don't interrupt the mod, so one mic on Kristen, please, sir.
So I was just wondering if that was something that we're going to do today. Yeah, so what happened was Shirley and Brad started talking at the same time. And then there was like some kind of to do about who talked first. And those things kind of happened, and then you got angry, and then you said some really unkind things about Shirley. And that's not gonna happen. Especially
What,
about
the mummified dust queen who, like, literally should have fucking just, like,
They
passed
didn't
off
hurt
like
you.
Golden Girls? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So wait,
about
I
you.
have to be kind to a fucking racist, bigoted old fucking dust mop. But somehow or another, she can cut off and go, I'm speaking and talk down, and I'm supposed to somehow add that? No, fuck that. I would have slapped her back like she should have been.
Okay, well, let me explain to you what happened.
One mic.
I don't want you to explain what happened. I
Let
don't
me
give a
explain to you
fuck
what
what your opinion is on what happened.
This
I know
is-
what happened. I'm there. You want to run your fucking
Get rid of him.
Or get rid of Jane. Like, she should have been aborted. She's pro-abortion. Run her over.
I'm calling ice
Rape
on
her, dump her in the fucking river. I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ.
We're calling ice on Brad right now. Hold on.
No, we are not. No. Brad. Oh, Lord. I think I'm going to take Roger's advice. I know he said take your own silverware, but I think I'm going to walk through the restaurant I'm about to go to and lick everybody's silverware.
Yeah.
See if they continue to eat off of it.
Dawn Patrol starts with a Celsius. Health is wealth, baby.
Here, just try out your silverware.
Wait, I got a question for the mods, for Nye up there. What do you think about Point? Why does this Jew hater white guy who pretends to be a black woman on this app get a pass? Look at that PTR. Do you think it's cool that he uses a white guy who is, a trans Free Palestine activist? Do you think it's cool that Point uses the photo of a
One
black
mic
woman?
on John, please.
I'm just asking. Do you
Yeah.
think it's cool? I don't think it's cool.
No, I don't. No, I've experienced Point in other spaces. I've been told that Point is either a method actor or a troll. We're not sure. I know Point is a character. Like many of us on social media, especially this app, So, yeah, this is a mild version of Point. I've not heard Point spewing any anti-Semitic rhetoric in other rooms. I've not heard it. I'm not, defending Point in any way, but I'm used to Point's. I've gotten used to Point's shenanigans.
Just ask Point, her or his opinions on Free Palestine, and you'll get exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm asking you, it's probably a white guy who is a homosexual who's using the photo of a black woman. How does it make you feel as a black woman knowing that a white gay guy is, essentially LARPing and co-opting your identity?
Why do you have on a yellow scarf, John? Why do you have on a yellow?
Why do you have on the blackface? Why are you doing blackface?
Wait, Point, if you are a white gay guy, why are you using a black woman's PTR to troll people on social media? Inquire.
So you just John formulate a question to me? That would
No, I'm just asking.
I don't know, John. You're asking stupid shit based on a guy with a yellow scarf on his head who gets no ass from women. And then Brad is in my back channels asking for nudes. So what kind of show are you running here?
Why are you doing
Likelihood
blackface,
that I would
Point?
be in your back channel asking for views would be the same likelihood that I would do Monica on any fucking stage. Like the idea that I would take the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and wrap it up in fucking chocolate, that's Monica for you. Nor do I give a fuck what Kristen thinks, nor do I give a fuck what the Jerry Hall fucking surely does. I don't give a fuck what dude, and I sure as hell know Jane looks like a dog's ass shaved and taught to walk backwards. That we know she looks like, because I can see her fucking PTR from here. So, like, Ben, you really want to come? Let's go, let's play this. I'll play this fucking game all day long.
Okay, wait, pause. We have one crisis. We're working on one crisis at a time, Brad. Crisis number one. Point, are you a white gay man cosplaying as a black woman, or
It's
are
a,
you
it's
a
a
black
white
man?
guy that's been doing this for years.
Somebody in the chat says you're actually a black dude. So, which is it?
One mic on Point. What's wrong? Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm a model and a TV actress, and I'm on a lot of TV shows, and I know you people are jealous because I'm on TV. And you're not, and Brad, you need to stay out of my back channels asking for nudes. Just because I'm on TV doesn't mean you can ask me for nudes. Have some decorum, all right? And the guy with the yellow scarf, I don't even know you stupid ass.
Hey, stupid ass. Take your blackface and your fucking anti-Jew, your Jew hate rhetoric. Because why do you talk like this? You're doing the same thing that I'm doing. We're both white guys. I'm just not gay. You're gay. And you're doing blackface. You're culturally appropriating blackface. That's racist. You're a racist.
Hold on. So we have now established that Point is a guy. Race doesn't matter, but Point, I think you've given yourself away. You are a male, black or white, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I actually care. But yeah.
What do you think on Clubhouse is a free app? That's why you're doing it. But you're a loser. The loser on a free app. Trying to
You're projecting. Projection alert. Projection alert. Projection alert. You're projecting. You're projecting. You're not black. You're a white guy who's gay, and you're co-opting a black woman. It's racist. It's sexist. It's bigoted. And I'm not transphobic. I'm not transphobic. Stop it.
Thank you.
Stop accusing me of being transphobic.
I muted everyone so we can have some time
Thank you.
to, quell the chaos, please. Yes, nobody interrupt Hakima. That's one of the rules of the house. Go ahead, King.
No, it's just fascinating to hear John and Point talk at the same time. For years, I thought that John was Point, and I'm still not sure. I think he might be talented enough to pull them both off at the same time. I'm still not sure, but
Is this why you are accusing me of being a closet racist? I'm not a closet racist. I'm a closet trans.
You see, one of the things that I like about In the Month is that this room is one of the few rooms on this app that attracts a cast of characters And whether we agree with these people and their points of view and like them or not, I find them quite entertaining. And then y'all boot them off the stage. So I am not going to get involved because I don't want no.
Yeah, no, it's just the fat heffalumps there. You got, let's see, you got Ann who's shown her pussy to more guys on this app than anybody else. I'm fucking even OnlyFans. You've got, let's see, who else is up there?
No, we're not gonna be nice.
Oh yeah, I can be.
And you can get rid of them. Do that now. Do that now. Hold on, ladies. Can I just say something to my fellow co-people? Can we not have a stage full of like-minded, liberal, progressive nerds, please? Can we have diverse speakers and diverse thoughts, diverse ideas, and provocative?
Hold on a second. Who threw down Brad because he went to the audience and I don't want. So
So we got rid of John and we got rid of Brad. No, John's back. Okay.
You got rid of John and Brad?
No, I didn't get rid of anybody. I thought I saw John and Brad were moved, but I see John is back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
up
I
here.
didn't move them. I'm not gonna call out any. I'm not gonna call out. Put a spotlight on any mod and say who did this,
You
who
got
did that.
James friend there, Christian, and you got probably Beth or maybe Ann.
I have no friends other than Scott John.
Yeah, I know. I wish you would still take that rope.
No friends with Scott Jones.
Then it would save the world a fucking climate change problem.
So
We get rid of that carbon dioxide off the
Why are
we
we
So
not here?
So again, hey, you got Kristen with her fucking like giddy laughs. And again, I mean, we could go through this. I can play this game all day long. Like I got 4 years of material here. Who are you gonna bring Necro up and try to defend you? That guy is a simp for fucking every woman who's been trying to go through.
He
I've been doing one mic, except we can't get the fat headphones off of
we
there.
can't, and then we can't continue. So
Yeah, we can't continue because you keep opening your mouth.
that Brad can't think or respect other people unless they are.
Okay, I don't have to respect you. I don't really give a fuck what you say sometimes.
Read the rules, Kristen. Read the rules. I think we need to read our rules.
And I don't have to respect you either, Brad. So.
There you go. All right, then shut the fuck up. Why you keep talking at me? Or about because you have a problem. So here you go. Nobody is going to slap the thigh and ride the wave. I am not. I'm not interested.
Okay, let's do a room reset. Yeah, go ahead, Kristen. Let's just kind of move on. Go ahead, Kristen.
I do want to say this. So, the fact that you've attacked everybody, you've it's not just me. You've attacked everybody, and for some reason you think that's okay, and that's just not okay. I really like what you have.
Okay. You had no problem throwing my name out of your fucking mouth, but now you want to cry victim? Fuck you. Fuck the whore that you fucking want to be. I don't really give a shit about your feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wait, hold on. Brad, can I just say, Brad, please, Brad.
Brad sounds triggered.
Respectfully, I mean this respectfully. I want no smoke or beef with Brad. Brad,
Yeah, me
do
either.
you think that maybe
Brad?
as a man, a very masculine alpha male, that it's not a good look to argue with?
I'm back to wife beating, man. I think we should just like be able to knock women's teeth down their throats and then just slap it in. Like, let's bring it back.
Jesus Christ, Brad.
Alright, we should have just spoken, Jay.
Oh my God.
It's okay that you
Somebody
think that.
might need to come to John's Zen room today and read some Zen.
Brad, where are the bodies?
I don't need to worry about that. What I need to do is I don't need fat fucking little wanna.
Yeah. So one of the rules of the room is that we don't threaten violence.
Where are the bodies buried, Brad?
I think Brad.
has never threatened me.
I think
ever,
Brad
over these
really.
years.
I think Brad really goes high on the dopamine. I don't know. See, this is the funny thing is, if you're going to accuse people of being performative actors, and not consider that what Brad is doing is performative art and it's literal, he's got you. Like, that's gaslighting. But
look at Point.
That's true.
Look at Point. Point is a white guy who pretends to be a black woman and says all kinds of horrible things all the time.
why do you do that, Point? And if you're a black woman, don't you find this insulting?
John,
I'm calling the police. Operator, can you send the police over here? Brad is on meth again. And the other guy with the yellow headscarf, the little bitch, named John is asking me for nudes. Asking me for nudes in my back channels. Yep.
I never told you.
Came out when you said bitch.
Point, what was it like being in the bunker?
Why does your fat ass sit there keeping Monica, the two of you, the two biggest cum stains and wrecks on this fucking app? You couldn't even pay prisoners after a life sentence to come fuck either of you. So why are you shut the fuck up and follow your own rules? I don't give a fuck. You keep moving people down or out of the rooms because they and your fucking mindless, midwit, fucking low-level IQ. You're retarded. Like, you really get that. You're fucking a retarded fucking person. You had very little to say, and you think somehow you laugh and you giggle that somehow you're adding to the conversation. You're like salt on fucking pork. It's not going to do anything better. Except you are the fucking pig. Like, again, you and Monica are the same. Just fat cows that want attention, and the only place you can get it is in Clubhouse. Because you go to Twitter Spaces, you get packed up and shit. You get packed up
We in chillism or the month. I'm not sure.
Hey, you know what? If they want to open their mouths and come, and then they want to act like they're the victims, I'm going to make them the victims. I'm going to make them the bitches they are. The little cunts that they want to be, they can get.
I want to know who keeps on bringing.
And Monica, keep muting and keep fucking moving me down. You can have no problem fucking running your flapping your fucking tongue like a gun.
Threatening people and
I didn't threaten anybody, bitch. But I tell you what, here's what I can do. I can say this every time you speak. I'm just gonna go, Jesus Christ, this is a house. Wow, it sounds like the teacher left the room and everybody's acting up.
Yeah, I called it. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, the place will be here. I called it.
You're so annoying, Point, honestly.
Where's Roger? Roger's not here. I'm in the top. Okay, y'all bring this bullshit to order because every time y'all start talking, I'm gonna play the Game of Thrones thing. Okay? House Brad, House Garland, House Kristen, House Shirley, House 9, the Queen of Dragons. Let's bring this to order until the King, Roger Mojo, returns to his house.
Yeah, can we have a regular topic? I don't know how we got this far off well, but
You know how we got here.
Akima, no, I literally was brushing my teeth and I came back.
Welcome, Jane, to the Brad Show.
Okay, that went
Because we
from
have fat, fucking crusty women whose fucking vaginas, or I should say collection boxes, have more cobwebs than they've seen fucking dick. They haven't been fucking moist in 50 fucking years, except for ass. Like, hers is all over Clubhouse. So the rest of them, I mean, and we all know what that unshaped beaver looks like.
Okay, so let's not talk about Anne's vagina, please. Anne.
Again, I can play this game because the tit for tat that, like, your Heffalumps wanted to gang up on and try to, like, throw some of theirs because it's Shirley, then it's, like, fucking really.
Okay, hold on. One mic on
I would
Kristen,
love
please.
to have
One
yours.
mic on Kristen. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Here you go, Heffalump. Please give us your pearl of wisdom.
KK, so Brad is having a crash out, and it would be awesome to have your assistance.
I am not his mom, so why are you not, as a female, talking to him and trying to find a resolution? Why am I like, no, I'm not Brad's.
Yeah, she's just his internet girlfriend. What do you want her to do?
Says the guy who goes around calling women whores, whose wife is going to Africa for 6 months on a missionary fucking effort, who's gonna come back wider than the Grand Canyon. Like, come on. Look at, I've got all of it right here.
Big black dick?
She's gonna get a lot of dick. Missionary is 69. She's gonna come back wider, and then
Didn't you get a jungle one? And now you're trying to get a new one?
Share with me what has been problematic or what was it?
I don't think we have to replay it, KK.
Okay, well, I'm
go
not.
ahead then. Since you wanted to bring her in, go ahead, Kristen. Go on, tell her.
Brad, I can't speak over you, sir. It's too early, all right? I'm sorry. I'm asking because obviously it was a concern because another female brought me into it. I just entered the room, so why would I be if you don't want to have that conversation, that's fine. But going forward, if there's an issue with Brad, would you be so kind not to immediately, ask me to check and save him or whatever? Thank you.
Yeah, Brad's wife is getting banged by Africans. Again.
Yeah, I did not have 2 kids from them, so there you go, point.
My wife is getting banged by Africans? My wife. Oh, so
That's what they said, yeah, Brad, that's what they said. That's what everyone
my wife.
Look at this reading news constitutional candidate, Congressman John Kitover.
I just agree with the entire stage because everybody's talking over each other and arguing and centering Brad. I just wish, we could just find another topic, stop arguing. If y'all got beef with Brad's got beef with the ladies, can y'all please open up another room and just have at it?
I would just like to reiterate that I believe that Clown House is actually a barbecue party. And so the awesome thing about roasting an entire room is you also roast yourself. But, thank you, Brad, because I think you're one of the greatest pot stirrers and, performative artists on this app. And the fact that you can draw in so many people into this emotional tornado, I think that it speaks volumes for your strength and capacity for stirring the pot and making a great barbecue party.
I think Brad gives meth a bad name. Meth.
The way that you can switch between both voices and both the clowns is amazing.
That's not me. That's not me. I'm not a gay. I'm not a white gay guy. I'm a gay. Wait a minute. I'm a heterosexual white conservative male.
Let's settle this right now. Point and Brad and John come off the mic and say something at the same time. Let's see.
Why do I need to say anything at all?
I didn't mean Brad. I mean John.
Listen, I will whistle Mozart. While Point sings to you Free Palestine.
You better ask Keegan because again, Keegan's the cock in the back.
Okay, Point. Wait, hold on.
Regeneration.
No, I want to hear from Point. Point, you go now.
Point is live streaming my YouTube channel into the phone. You little freak show, Point.
See, did you hear the reverberation? That means you have another sound, and it's the sound is messing it up.
Oh wow, Point can actually whistle.
Wait, Point and John are the same person?
Yes.
No, we are not. Listen, you can go to my YouTube live right now, you schmucks. You can look at my bald head on YouTube and you can determine whether or not I am this gay white guy pretending to be a black female preaching free Palestine all the time, you schmucks.
Yeah, I've heard it. What I call Clubhouse is the barbecue, just trying to switch the conversation a little bit lighter, please. I call Clubhouse Las Vegas at like 2 a.m. Everyone gets in the exact same elevator. People come
But
in
you know what
and
you
out.
came here for.
But you already know, like, it's Las Vegas at 2 a.m. So you're going to all different levelness and fucked upness, and then you just have to tolerate each other until you decide to actually leave the elevator. So that's how I describe it.
Yeah, KK, we've already done in 2021 the Vegas trip in February. Yeah, you don't want to get in that elevator with Clubhouse meetups.
Yeah, business in Vegas is down 40%. Business in Vegas is down 40%. And Brad's down on my back channel asking me for nudes, you little freak.
No, John, nobody gives a shit. I get it. You can't figure out what you are. You're standing on Instagram.
Definitely don't call me John, Brad. That is Point. That is a gay black man who is preaching or a gay white man who's pretending to be a black woman preaching free Palestine all the time.
Then tell us who it is then.
How the fuck do I know who random people are on the internet, Brad?
Recordings of every room.
Yeah, I've recorded Point a lot. Listen, go to my YouTube right now. You can confirm it's not me.
I know. I've heard you, and you actually record a lot of Point, which is just you. It's yourself.
I don't think you understand, Brad. I have 15 phones pointing at my face right now. Go to my YouTube, and as I'm talking, we can get point off of his mic, and you can confirm that this bald dome talking to you through a phone is not point.
We saw that last night, and you were saying some guy was a sexual predator against children, which was really disturbing, even if it's true or not.
What?
Without any, come on, don't act new.
Don't act new. What are you talking about?
Monica,
She's talking about that room from yesterday where Normal came in and gave us a little play-by-play.
Yeah.
And Mojo was asking you why you didn't have any receipts, why you weren't recording that room.
Because I'm in the Mojo experience. You know what the greatest response is to all of your stupid accusations is that I live stream myself in my office nonstop. Feel free to go to the YouTube to see what you're actually thinking or talking about.
well, that's illegal, but then there's that. So I just entered the room, just look at the chat. Monica, you're not the boss of me. I will block whoever I want. If you are racist towards me, I will block you. You will never leave my block. If you are questioning that, I will show the fucking receipt. So then there's
So you moved her out of the room. You fucking cunt. I can have the chat with Roger on that one, because that one.
It is wild today in the month. Oh my word, what is going on?
I don't know who keeps moving people, but I think you need to reevaluate your life.
yeah, someone modded me for a reason, so I'm sorry for that. I haven't been disruptive. You all have been coming and asking me, and then now you guys are playing little games, and that's disappointing. And then also, people are complaining about Brad calling women names. I get it. He can be harsh sometimes. But you're saying, you're complaining that he called you a cunt, but were you one? Have you continuously been one? Have you been attacking that his wife is deceased? Have you been saying
Thank you for sharing.
Beth is in the audience. Beth, I'm bringing you back up. KK's moved. Her hands raised. I'm just gonna bring her back up. Listen, I'm like Canada, ladies, my fellow mods. I'm not, I don't move anybody. I don't want to cause any problems. But
well, look who's modding with you, and you can see where the problem is. They don't like the truth, so there you go. And listen, if you want, I'll share the fucking receipts. I don't have any problem. But when you fuck around,
They boomed the room. They boomed the room. Somebody couldn't take the heat. I'm sure it was Monica. Monica's good at doing that. All right, I hope you enjoyed the Brad Show. This is the campaign to elect Jeff Kitover.
Potentially coming up against some of these regulations that you're putting in place?
what was that?
Can I say something regarding the title?
Yeah.
I think, what is it? Zionism is more stupid because they heard the truth, they seen the truth, and then they reject the Messiah.
Organization of equity securities takes hold. I mean, that really will ultimately
So
be up to the market.
it's one thing if you're going off a lie, but it's one thing if you've seen the truth in great detail, and then you get turned around and just reject it.
Wait, so
Like, how do you go from the Egypt and then the waters get parted, and then you go out and build a
Oh,
building camp?
girl,
That's
I
just
know you did
stupidity.
not just start this
are
room.
you
Look at me
claiming
up here
that
by
all of
myself.
Judaism
Yeah, y'all get up here. All of you. I'm sending invites. I'm sorry, my phone's working slow.
Decide. So really,
Everybody keeps
we
moving.
expect that
I keep trying to get Kima and he keeps bouncing.
How will the future for them look?
Hello?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
I invited you,
like
Kima.
the situation in West Bank.
Oh, there we go.
Like they don't
Oh,
have
I invited you
citizenship.
too.
They just being governed by another state.
Wow. That last room was insanity.
Yeah, that was
too much.
Y'all should get kicked up. Y'all should get he didn't deserve to say all the shit he was saying.
Yeah, I just don't like kicking people, and plus I don't know. I don't like booting people unless they're absolutely insane and disruptive. And I get it. Some of y'all might be like, he was being insane and disruptive and very disrespectful. I understand, but I feel like that is who he is. I'm not making excuses, and I'm not. Thank God, Mojo.
I'm gonna push back.
Please don't leave again, Mojo. Please.
That room was a shit show. I just could not partake anymore.
Monica had to boom the room.
But I have to say, like, if there's people going to disrespect the rooms, the rules, like, that's not okay. So I don't care who you are. If you're going to be disrespecting the rules, then you have to go. And characters or otherwise, things like that is just, that's the whole reason why there are rules. So I really like Brad. I haven't seen him freak out like this before. And for him to lash out like that is really surprising. But that, if that's the main cause, that it doesn't matter who you are, if you're freaking out, it's not okay.
Well, I was wondering, we just were not going to get control of.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of times, like, and it was unnecessary. We had a good room going. It was a kind of big room. Like, that was unnecessary. Like, he should have got kicked out the room a long time ago.
Well, he did. He did get kicked. He just put.
Out the room, not to the goo. He got kicked out the room.
Well, sometimes people just need a timeout. Okay, but somebody kept on bringing him up to the stage, and that's the thing when.
Well, when you have 20 mods, the thing of it is, I try to respect Mojo's rules, and Mojo's rules are like, if Mojo wants to kick somebody, Mojo can kick somebody. I can move people down. I can mute, the stage. But like I try to respect whatever the house leader, what I know is kind of what their trend is, and Mojo is typically not a remove from the ring kind of guy.
I think the United Kingdom's out there.
So, I want to be respectful of the fact that it's his house, but when a room gets to that point, like, your best bet in that case is just to quit giving them an audience. You just have to leave. Like, that room got a little crazy yesterday, and we got it under control just fine, but when it gets to the point that it got to, you just, you just can't, get control of it. Like, at that point, your only option is to leave.
Like, he had some kind of reason for being upset, and I get it, but he had no reason. Like somebody came to describe what happened Christmas in Brad, and then Shirley and Brad talked off of the exact same thing, and he just refused to, like, I don't know, and she wasn't even mean to him. She just did what Shirley do, like, I'm gonna finish. And she always say that. So, like, to go up on her and everybody else. That's
Yeah, it was.
I don't know what I did to get thrown down. I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. That's the first in Clubhouse, but all right.
Well, that's another problem when you have 50 mods too. Nobody knows who does what. That was actually one of the things that I liked about that I saw potential in with Chatter, was that if you had people in your room, it did create a log of like who did what. So there was never a question about it.
Exactly. That's why I hate mod, because then it's like I will follow the rules, and then when people have an issue, then it's like, okay, who was the bad person? And then it's like, I didn't. Oh my God! Like the whole childish throw somebody down because you don't like what they're saying. It's not because I don't like what they're saying. It's because you're not following the rules. It's pretty easy, That's not. It's just not. And there's so many other rooms. So, and I was gonna leave until the room then got bombed. But
and I don't know who modded KK. I have no clue.
That me. That was a strategic. That was a strategic thing that I did because I wanted to see if Brad was going to social experiment. I was going to see to what extent Brad's crash out was going to be and he was insulting all of the women on stage. And I wanted to see if he was going to insult KK as well, and how bad his crash out was, because I really wanted to see how.
That's his online girlfriend.
Great.
Yeah, they want to call her. Like, she was on a feeling him. That's all she was on.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to see as well. Oh, sorry.
I mean, they have phone sex about once a week on the side.
So that's.
So go ahead, Ann.
Sorry. What did you say, Ann?
Oh, no, thing, no, like, horrible social experiment.
Well, the whole thing was going to, yes, but the thing is, if people are not adhering to the rules and the mods are not adhering to the rules, I'll play my own game. And if you're going to fuck with me, you're going to insult me, and I'm not allowed to bring people down to the goo, I'll play my own game.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it just that's why I just had to leave, because if you enjoy watching people crash out, I guess, hey, yeah, it's a good time.
No, I don't enjoy it.
I don't personally enjoy watching people crash out. So when it gets to that point, and I just feel like, yeah, there's just not anything you can do to control the room. You don't know who's doing what or when or why or how. I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. Peace out.
Yeah, sorry you had to
Well,
leave that.
I gotta say, when I compare that room to reading a book,
Go ahead, John.
I prefer, listening to an audiobook versus listening to, See, the thing is, for somebody who's never been in a room like this, like, a lot of people here have all these prior connections and prior communications that's like in their head. So that was a Brad roast. Like, he roasted the room in a Brad way. It's very aggressive roast, but in the process, you self-roast. So this app is like a training simulator for anger management for the listener, for the speakers, for the primary speaker, because like that was the Brad show. Like, he was the center of attention. So I wonder if he'll go back and watch the YouTube clip or the other Clown House room called the Brad Show and listen to himself. I don't think he will, but congratulations, you all helped Brad create his dopamine this morning. Isn't that sweet of you?
John, question for you, because you're so into the psychological aspect of this app. John, do you think it's healthy what Brad is doing, even though, yes, he's getting a dopamine hit? Is this more like drug related, almost an addiction?
Here's the thing. I can appreciate where you're going with the psychological evaluation, Dio, but Brad's not in the room, and I don't want to make this room as bad as that room was because of us doing the same thing. And he's not here. He's not here to defend himself. So I think that we can best serve each other. Like, if you want to have the conversation about the psychological talk, we can do that if that's what you guys want to talk about. Or if we want to pick, Monica's got a swellingly fabulous topic in the title, we can go with the title topic of conversation, but let's just leave names out of it. We all know who's who.
Is Monica Scarlett?
Yes.
Yeah, and so that's, I don't know. I didn't until today it was confirmed that KK and Brad are a thing, and I don't know. I just stay out of stupid shit. So I don't know, and I don't know until people reveal who they are, and that's why I did that. Everybody was being attacked. That's not okay. And even one of the mods was supporting the fact of bringing Brad back up on the stage, and was promoting that, was going against the rules of the house, and frankly abusing their mod privileges.
I'd like to play a brief clip from the previous rooms.
Hold on, John, I'm not done, if you don't mind. So that's not okay, and I'm not gonna crash out. I'm gonna play a game too. The other thing that I don't understand is it okay that we let people, and if it is, I'm okay, cool, but is it okay that people go back and forth at each other's throats?
Oh, Kristen, I hope at any point in time I was saying that I thought you behaved wrong or badly in that room. If you thought that I was implying that, I don't want you to think I was implying that at
No,
all.
I didn't. No.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't want you to think that I was like, oh, you shouldn't have done this, or you shouldn't have done that.
Normal
No, I
means.
personally, like,
And so that's the
maybe
issue.
Brad down was for a timeout wasn't necessarily, a horrible idea, but that by the same token, you have somebody crashing out like that, and then you have the whole stage sitting there, pontificating about it verbally, regurgitating word vomit in front of him. When he comes back up, you're going to get that kind of outburst. I mean, it's just human nature. Like, they're all sitting up there pontificating and verbally, regurgitating, oh, Brad, this, look at him crash out. And then you bring him back. Of course he's going to respond. Like I said, that was a no-win situation. And everybody can do what they want to do. Some people really, they love those theatrics. They love to watch the crash outs and the burns. And it's fine if that's your jam and you find amusement in it. It's okay, but it's not my thing. And when it's reached that point where you can't grab control, I curate my experience here, right? I'm the only one that's responsible for that.
All right, I finally can talk. I really kind of want Nye in here so I can tell what's going on. So, Kristen, KK has me blocked. I'm on her permanent block list. So if I got bounced out of the room, like Clubhouse has been bounced out people out of the room because the new edition has screwed up the app. People are bounced out the room. We really need a mod chat so that we can have it when these emergency situations come up with different moderating styles. And Beth and Kristen, like, I am sorry that I moved y'all down, but KK's haranguing is nothing that I need. Like, I have nothing to say to her, and while she might have a lot to say to me, I'm not really interested. And so, like, in order to keep in the muff, according to the rules, the moderators weren't being minded. And I moved Brad down twice. I didn't move him down the third time. And I need the people who are going to move him down admit that they moved him down so that he doesn't accuse me every time. I'll take ownership of everything I did. And I don't need to be blamed for extra shit. I already taken a few for my actions. I do regret that I couldn't communicate what was going on while it was happening. But we really do need something so that we can coordinate the stage to make sure that the integrity in the muff is maintained as much as possible. And Brad does not like being interrupted, but Shirley interrupted him. And then also, dang Brad, you couldn't let Miss Shirley get 2 sentences out? You had to be such a throat goat, my cog, that you couldn't give space to this lady, one of the few left on the app? So, we can mod all the people who were modded in the other room. It's not a problem for me. I'm happy to do it. I just need people to, like, when there's a reason for everything I do, I promise. And you might not agree with it, but I have reasons. Beth, would you like the mod badge again?
No, thank you. I have my own room. I have to mod tonight, so no, thank you.
Can you share information about your room so we can promote it here?
Yep, we are doing a room tonight and Get Up and Grow. And it
nice.
Is once again, it will be the pre-show to Town Hall, the rest of the best of us, because not get our questions answered. So we tried to collaborate and answer them. Last week, they decided they were not going to go up against us, so they changed it to this week. So tonight, they will be doing their town hall and also tomorrow.
Do you want to drop a link to your room in the chat because I'm interested in it?
Yeah, I'm driving my golf cart right now, but as soon as I
Gotcha.
get to where I'm going, I will definitely put it in there.
Thank you, Beth. All right, should we have a new poll? Because
I would like to say something about triggering them, if you don't mind.
of course.
Okay, so we all have our own triggers. I don't like being interrupted, and I'm terrible sometimes when I'm tired. And I have ADHD, and I have a pretty good control over it. I have had a terrible habit of interrupting, and I don't mean to. I know a lot of people don't mean to. We all get caught up, and we do interrupt sometimes. And so, yeah, totally call me out if I ever do that. And likewise for other people. And also, I've learned also that even if I'm unjustly called out for that, then I'm going to have grace and back down and say, I didn't interrupt, but okay. I just have to learn that, you know? Had to learn how to just like, you know, a lot of, like you said, Monica, that you're, you know, that you take a lot of heat when you mod. That's one of the reasons why I don't like modding, is because some people do take a lot of heat. And frankly, in this room, I'm prepared because it does have these rules that I think are fair. I forgot what I was going to say about. Triggers. So here's the other thing about triggers. So in that regard, I'm not responsible for another person's trigger. I'm going to be sensitive, but no one is responsible for my triggers. You know what I mean? Like I'm sensitive to the whole interrupted thing, and I get mad and stuff, but I'm not allowed to lash out. That's not okay. It comes out of nowhere, especially to people who have not, especially to people who haven't done anything to me. So I'm not going to do that, and I have to control myself. And I think that's, as an adult,
Christians may, find that to be, controversial or insulting, but I think when you actually read, as opposed to talking about a book, like a traditional book club, this is an active reading book club.
Knowing the balance, because I know that I like more order than chaos, and there are people that like more chaos than order. And so if I'm too heavy with the moderation, the room gets stale and stagnant and dies out. I know that. And maybe Brad becomes increasingly abusive to every single female he doesn't like on the app. It's not a good time, and he can do that in white belt agility.
And then Trump won, how did it make you
do
personally?
that in
The
any
cyber
room
account
that
still
he
come
creates.
when I'm doing cream pie
Because
woman,
it's his
telling
room.
you loves her,
And I
even
just
though
think
he's had a
in the muck is made of
says,
better
I
stuff.
have kids with, in the population, and giving us, great gun rights once again.
May I ask a question? I've only been here for 5 minutes, but I've been listening to every word that's been spoken. What does Roger think about all of this?
Had Roger been there, none of this would have happened. Because Roger.
That's not true, man.
Okay, let me ask you why, if I may. Hello?
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay, well, Hakima, let Steve get his thought out, because he just began speaking, and I promise, Steve, hand the mic directly to Hakima when you're done.
Has anybody gone to Roger and explained what happened?
I can answer that. Roger was in my opinion, Roger left the room because of Roger was in the room when it started. Shirley, and Roger left the room shortly after. And then in this room, the explanation was going on, so Roger is well aware of what happened.
Yeah, when he had left or whatever, and I texted him saying it's a fucking shit show in here.
So Roger is aware of what happened, and correct?
I for the time that he wasn't there, he knows that there was a shit show. I don't know to what detail he knows of what went on in the room, but I did text him saying it was a shit show.
Gotcha. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you very much.
Okay, I started this room quickly after I tried to feed this room into Serendipity's new room, like a palette plan, the hard reset, but nobody was going.
And I thought Serendipity would make a new in the muff room, and she didn't. And so I just opened this one, and she's a clever girl, found me quickly, and so we have this room. I have the replay on. I can turn it off, but I think my explanation of what happened is fair, and I'm tempted to leave it for a record. So, but I need the whole room's feedback. So let me do a new poll. And
Well, I can tell you just by listening for the 7 minutes that I have that you clearly have leaders that occasionally don't trust and don't believe each other. I'm not a leader in this room, in this house. I'm not asking you. I'm a member. And I know how this house got started. I have my own 2 houses. I have leaders in my houses, and I have regular moderators in my houses. And all I want to say, and I'm really not bragging, I'll just say I'm extremely proud that we have a mod squad text. And that's not a private message on Clubhouse. It's actually, we have each other's cell phone numbers, and whenever there's a problem, we have a mod squad text. It includes like 10 people, and we communicate by text. We do our best, 95% successfully, not to air our dirty laundry in public. I understand that doesn't work for everybody. It might not work for most people, but it's one of the reasons why I love my mod squad. I'm not banging on anybody else. I'm not banging on this house. I'm just saying that's the way we do things. And it appears apparent to me, and I'll land it here, that in this house, you clearly have some leaders that not only don't trust each other, but don't believe each other. That's it.
Where do you get that assumption from?
yeah, well, that's not quite right. But go ahead, Serendipity.
Well, the reason why I make that assumption is because somebody said 2 minutes ago, well, I would say it, but they don't believe me. That's why I made that assumption.
Right, but the thing of it is, I think that, number one, a lot of people besides just the leaders are modded in these rooms. Personally, I don't really have a problem with anybody that Roger mods. It's not an issue of trust for me and not trusting and not believing. I think sometimes the communication can be hard, especially when you're in a room like we came from, because you can't really, like you said, having a means of a back channel group text or whatever. I think that's always generally a good idea in most topical rooms. But, I think this was just a social room, and it just went crazy chaotic. And I don't really think that rehashing it at this point is going to do anybody any good.
Maybe I misunderstood, because just because you're modded doesn't mean you're a leader.
Correct.
If you're a leader in a house, you can start rooms in that house. If you're not a leader but you're modded for that room.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I think it begs the question, what is a leader?
Someone who can start a room. Beth, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that I agree with Steve. Our rooms that we mod and we open, those rooms